Aloha, everyone. Once again, I saw a weak market day today. However, I am hearing a lot of smart traders tell me that we're bottoming. Either they are wrong or I'm an idiot. I'm not sure what's going on yet. However, this pattern to me, while it could be a short term oversold bounce potential, this is a broken chart until we even get back above the 200-day moving average. I would have no interest in buying any rally off the lows in the Russell 2000 until I first know that we're above the 200-day moving average. We won't need that if we can have a rally on huge volume. That's all I need, guys. If I'm going to get long this market and buy some of these stocks, and I got to admit, man, I've screwed up, man. I trade like a hedge fund. This is why whenever some of the biggest traders that run multiple millions of dollars, whenever they go to cash, they go 100% cash. It's 20%, 30%, 10% position or nothing. I think that's absolutely insane because when you do that, this kind of crap happens to you. So there's a few stocks I wanted to go long, but earnings were coming up. And if I would have been smart and stuck to my own personal methodology, things might be a little bit different, but it wouldn't matter. There's enough earnings blow-ups. I'm pretty sure it would have all ended up neutral. But for instance, why? By passing on that pocket pivot point signal, we missed out on an 8% gain simply because the market wasn't in the right condition. Facebook continues to base. If it breaks out while we sell off again, will I take it or will I pass? I don't know until that moment comes. But I have to really start considering, because UA and Facebook continues to look absolutely beautiful. Same with SWKS. Nothing's ugly yet. So, we'll continue to see if they want to break out. But whenever, you miss on stocks like that, it's pretty crazy. And FSLR, look at the fall through between yesterday. Yesterday, that's something that I might want to try to poke if we're under a neutral or buy signal. But I don't do it because of what we're in. And once again, 4% move. Netflix, totally in the morning, gapped up above this downtrend line. We like to draw downtrend lines on Facebook. Boom, breakout right above it on the morning gap. Boom, 4% gain. Solar City, pocket pivot point yesterday. Could have taken it. This morning you would have gotten in. You'd have been up 4% by the end of the day, up another 5% after hours. 2%, 1%, I know it seems tiny and trivial to most, but when you have a large account, why the hell not? Why was I trading afraid of losses? So here are the losses I've just recently taken. ICAD, how much have I lost since my long? Not even 3%. MCK, how much did I lose on that trade? Thank God we got out, huh? The most, 2% also. So what am I worried about? By missing out on 2% losses, I passed on buyable signals, miss out on a 10% gain in SCTY, 10% gain in Tesla, 8% gain in YY, and then also with the buyable gap up today in Leaf, I didn't buy that. This is another, there's the trend line right there. There it is. Boom. Buyable gap up. Heavy volume post earnings. Don't buy it. Great. Look at what it does. And there's other earnings winners like SAAS. I can't show you VGGL, but look at how that closed intraday if you have over-the-counter bulletin board data. And SSYS, even though it was an ugly reversal, the point is that there's still some great stocks out there. However, if you're on the wrong side, you're really on the wrong side. That's not the one I'm thinking of. Damn it. Oh, well. Because, there's just so many stocks that are going like this. HAR, Marriott, reversal out there, Las Vegas Sands. So whenever you have stocks acting like that, it does make it hard. But, maybe 1-2% positions won't hurt. PCYC, that would have been a buy stop that would have just, backfired on me. But another buy stop in this one could make sense. ESRX is consolidating after its earnings wins. UHS is consolidating in a tight way. HIMX just produced strong earnings. So there's a ton of potential long candidates, but it's just hard to get long all these stocks that you're seeing me pop up there that are basing out like this without the market giving me a buy signal or any kind of ability to actually signal that it actually wants to rally. So until that happens, chances are I'm going to miss out on some gains in some nice stocks. CMCM flagged that one yesterday, up 12% today. This is starting to really suck because the ones I do take aren't working. 2 for 16 on the long side. So it is what it is. It ain't a big deal to me, really. Just trying to be a little bit dramatic. But the point is, why the hell would it hurt to just go long 1 or 2%, get these 10, 8% gains, cut losses on 2% of the position? I would have made money overall in the aggregate on these high-quality stocks. So even though we have a weak market right now, there's still enough good positive action out there that keeps me from getting all out bearish. But I find it weird that on a day when we're down and giving a clear distribution day in the NASDAQ and Russell 2000, selling off hard on the NYSE and Dow Jones Industrial Average, that people are actually looking to go long. Give me a real bounce, and I agree. Look at the MACD and TSV lines on these indexes. I mean, why would you go long that? I mean, you even have the internals telling you to stay the fuck out of Dodge. You know, it's just not, they're not uptrending yet until they start to even try to floor out a bottom. I just don't understand why people are trying to, even NASDAQ, maybe the Russell 2000. Yeah, but the TSV is once again rolling lower below the moving average here too. So I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I don't get how people are very bullish here. I can understand a neutral bias despite being under a sell condition, but buying the dips and the calls that I see people buying, the smart traders and other traders being 100% cash, I just don't get it. And that's why you got to trade your own plan. Speaking of trading my own plan, only two things to do tonight. iCAD is going to be another 50% sell. We've already sold 75% of it, so we don't have much left. But what we do have left, another 50% sell. Why this time around whenever it barely was down? Because it lost its catalyst. The catalyst was the very strong, beautiful green bop with the solid price and volume action. With it losing the green bop, the price and volume action doesn't interest me that much. And look at what MACD and TSV are starting to do. Roll over time, not good, getting out another half. And then XEC, enough's enough. I'm not going to throw up the intraday chart pattern here, but the intraday sessions ever since this downtrend really started to roll over here on 7:30. Intraday is ugly closes, heavy volume on the selling, no volume really on the lifts. TSV is ugly, MACD is ugly, relative strength, money stream confirming the weakness. New closing low below the 50-day moving average and above average volume. I am out. So if I'm out of that one, why am I not out of CLR? Because CLR reversed, and even though it is a new closing low, 142.11, it still has multiple resistance or support areas. 142.47. 140.52. I know 142.11 is below 142.47, but basically it's there. So if we can close down again on heavier volume, even with an intraday tail, then CLR completely goes. But because of the intraday reversal, if you look at it, it actually has a series of higher highs and higher lows. XCC did not intraday into the close. That is why CLR we don't touch. XCC, on the other hand, is a full sell. Like I said, no new longs, but man, if the market can just move, I still got a lot of charts, you know, that are interesting me. But, man, I got to start going ahead and getting the balls back and taking these signals on these great stocks. Solar City, Tesla, even with earnings coming up, it should have at least been 1%. Even though that's not much, I have a big enough account that 1% still going to at least be able to pay the rent or pay for a week of dinner. So it is just foolish not to take these high-quality stocks long. But there could be others. You know, HIMX, weekly chart, you can see it's trying to round out. We could easily find a bottom here. Maybe we bounce around, and then maybe people get really bearish, and then we rally higher. But the bottom line is, stay pretty much neutral, man. And if you really do get a signal that you like, take it. Leaf should have been bought in the morning on the gap up. YY should have been bought. Tesla should have been bought. One I didn't put up, PCRX. What the hell was I thinking? This thing should have been bought as it gapped up here. And even though 5 days we got another 8% gain, 8% there, 8% there, 10% here, 9% here, all in high quality leading stocks that I love, missed out on. What are you going to do under a sell signal? I like to err on the side of caution, but 1%, that isn't going to kill me. So if you get a signal that you like it, sure, man. If you got, you know, and if you're dealing with a $300,000 portfolio, put $3,000 in it. You know, if you're dealing with a $1 million portfolio, put $10,000 in it. And if it goes down, then cut your losses. If it works, great. You get a 10% return on $10,000. Wonderful. It's great. It's going to be more than some people make all month. So, you know, you got to play it how you play it. Err on the side of caution in this tape. But don't be a pansy like I've been, everyone. Because, you know, there are stocks like VDSI out there that are working. But it is pretty risky out there. Things are scary. Like I said, you know, it isn't perfect. So be careful. CAVM is another base I'm also watching. And I'm going to end this video on a note. Hurricane Iselle is on its way here. It's starting to touch the Big Island, and we got indicators that it's finally here on Maui. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not too freaking worried about it. Way more people are worried than I am. But if we do lose electricity, that means we're going to lose internet connection. I do have a backup, but it's always possible they could also both go out. So if you don't see any update or video till Monday, I'm either dead, which I doubt it, and or we've lost electricity, and it is what it is. It's nice to be cash going into this hurricane. Aloha. Have a great weekend if I do not see you.